Steelhead fishing in Alaska, you know, it's just one of those things. Once you've done it, you just can't wait to get back. You know, we get to head back to Alaska. It's such a great opportunity. Glacier Bear Lodge reached out. We're gonna go meet up with my friend Jarod, who's a crazy steelhead nut, if you watch the shows from last year. Jarod and I get to pick apart this river in Alaska again on the Sea Tuck. Yeah, can't wait.
For that guy right there.
There he is.
He's about to get a roundhouse to the face wearing these babies. Hi, buddy. I did my hair for you.
You got a mohawk.
I got a mohawk. Well, I wanted to be 7 feet tall. I made it.
So my buddy Jarod from Yakima Bay, he's figured that for whatever reason now, when we meet up in Alaska, that he's got to dress up.
Wild fish, wild places. My name's Tex Kwon Do.
Oh boy, it's Rex Kwando. I mean, a 7-foot tall dude in an American flag outfit with a mohawk and size 19 shoe Air Jordan. There's my friend right there. That's the way you start off a fishing trip.
We're expecting a special guest.
One of the reasons we're coming to Glacier Bear is we know all of our friends. Our friends guide up here. So of course Steve Chrysler and little Jarod show up with big Jarod to meet us at the airport. But first, we're gonna get down to some business and talk fishing.
We just went and did a little R&D.
Nice.
And they're there, but you're gonna have to earn them.
Yeah,
but you know the program?
like
it's
what
very similar, exactly. In the same spots. Those first 2 holes out of the gate, you know?
Yeah,
they're there.
Got one of them.
You're so lucky, dude.
For me, steelhead fishing is my favorite thing to do ever, right? Like, I love steelhead. I catch a lot of fish across the country, but steelhead fishing is my favorite thing to do. And steelhead fishing in Alaska has now become my favorite, on top of my favorite thing to do. And then steelhead fishing in Alaska with my buddy Dennis has become my favorite, on top of my favorite, on top of my favorite thing to do. And when I get back here, it's just like, I don't know, it's just the coolest thing ever. For me, it's the overall experience from top to bottom, left to right.
You know what the coolest part about my entire outfit is I got a knife to match it.
God bless America.
God bless America. That right there, if you're in Missouri, you'd call that biscuits and gravy because you just got fed, son.
So as you can
Well,
see
Snoop
here
Dogg ought to be
with
saying drop it like it's
the
hot.
pre-game meeting with everybody, from what we learned last year, it was all a plug bite. It was the water temps were cold, the fish were a little lethargic, but they were there. And the only thing that was doing any good consistently was plug fishing. And Jarod and I put that pattern together. We crushed them out. It got better and better as the week went on. And so we kind of refined everything that we learned last year, talking to all our buddies here. And we came back with a game plan. It's not going to be much different, but we've got a little bit of different ideas and different things. You know? You know, we go to bed super excited and we feel like we've got a really good game plan, you know, to hammer out some steelhead tomorrow.
This is why I don't roll in an Escalade. Not because I'm not a straight up player, because I am. I just can't get in it.
Wake up in the morning, first day, and any trip, you're just like, can't sleep, so excited.
I am.
God, the steelhead are just waiting. We made a decision last night after talking to everybody that our strategy was going to be similar to what we did last year and even the year before that when we came, and that is put on later than all the other boats. So everybody got up, and there's 3 or 4 different lodges here, so everybody gets to the boat launch at roughly the same time, and they're just big aluminum boat armada that just jumps around from hole to hole and crowds each other out. And you know, especially our first day learning the river again, we decided to hold back. We need to get our gear ready and take a little bit of time. That way we let everybody get down below, the holes rest, and then we can come through there and absolutely wreck them. every day you got to put the pieces of the puzzle together. Once you figure the puzzle out, even the next day, light conditions change, water conditions change. A lot of times it's not exactly the same the next day. Sometimes it is, but a lot of the times that changes too. But year to year, that's what's fun. It's like the challenge of figuring out what the puzzle is before you. And you know, that's why we love to do this so much, is that element of the fishing, you know, that element of the sport, rather than just catching the fish. Of course, landing a 20-pound steelhead is also a lot of fun. So Jarod keeps mentioning it just doesn't feel right to him with the plugs. It feels like more bobber water. So we stop, we get out, and he starts throwing a bobber, floating a jig, and immediately hooks a fish. Oh, yeah, baby.
Yeah, buddy.
Look at that.
Broke the ice.
Broke the ice on the hair jig.
Yeah. That's a 16th ounce maxi jig, baby.
Right on.
All right. We got our first sea tuck steelhead of the trip right here. 16th ounce maxi jig.
Something we didn't catch any fish on last time.
Now you gotta change it up though. We've tried everything today in this low clear water. I do well on jigs, so obviously this beautiful fish wanted it as bad as we wanted him. So look at the pretty gill plate though. Look at that color right there. It's gorgeous, and all the neat spots. A few spots on his head, beautiful spots on his tail. So she's ready to go back.
There you go. See you, buddy.
Thank you, Mr. Fish. Boom! Yeah.
Piece of the puzzle starting to come together. Start paying attention to some of that stuff. Oh, dude, it's taking me too.
The camera guy is helping put a rod out for us, and he's like, "What's going on?" And the rod's going, "Hey-ya, hey-ya." You gotta love that. Mag lip takedowns are so much fun for steelhead, right? And this fish, you know, gives us a little show, but when you're plugging for steelhead, it's just something that's in your blood. And sometimes you gotta trick them. Look at that.
On the pink.
On the pink.
Misty River.
Beautiful fish. Nice and colored up.
Look at that.
Yeah, what a gorgeous fish, man. You gotta love that. That plug takedown and the fight afterwards. And plug fish are just more aggressive.
When you, it's like Jarod was saying, when you get that one takedown on a plug, you want it over and over, just like drugs for me. Like, I don't want anything else. I mean, the bobber's cool, I like, but I want to see that plug takedown.
It's addicting, man. It's just something that's just a unique deal.
All right, buddy.
Thank you, Mr. Fish.
See you later.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time.
Had a baby. Had a baby.
Yes. All right, dude. On the out, so that was the outside plug.
Yeah.
It was about 20 feet from the boat.
Yeah.
So I don't think the oar thing's a deal.
No.
I don't know.
It's funny trying to figure it out, but pink and blue was the jig I got the fish on. Pink
Right.
and blue is the plug, so maybe it's a color pattern. But if you look at the water right here, you can see where it darkens up in that small stretch, and that's where this pink plug was, right there, and that's where you bit it. So you know, we got faster flowing water than we have been plugging. So
Yeah.
I think that's what we look for.
And it was too, like at the top, I said, like, you know what, let's plug it, let's plug it. It actually looks good, it looks
did,
right. And
yeah.
that's the whole putting the pieces of the puzzle together, you know, you start feeling what looks good. And the rest of this still looks pretty good. Gets
Yeah.
a little shallower, but.
A little shallow, not bad though.
That's
We know what
awesome.
we kind of put a piece of the puzzle together, so now we just fine tune the motor.
So, we've got a little bit of the puzzle together. Something pink. As the day starts to warm up, bugs are starting to hatch. You can just it feels a lot more fishy. And sure enough, we start running floats, we're getting in these spots, we're putting it together, and boom, boom, boom. 3 fish, 4 takedowns. I mean, all of a sudden, hero to zero. I mean, 0 to hero.
They are, bro. When they're out of the ocean, I mean, we're what 6 miles from the ocean, so they're hot, man. They're feisty. They're, you know, that salt water's still in them, and they're just different. You know, they're meaner. I mean, this isn't a very big fish. He's probably 7-8 pounds, but you get one that's in that 17, 18 pound range, they're gonna get on you. Yeah. We're fishing multiple presentations today. This one here happened to come on a 16 millimeter soft bead. So we've got a plug fish, a bead fish, and a jig fish, right?
Yeah, and missed one on a jig.
And
too.
missed one on a jig. So
Yeah.
it's important to keep doing different things.
It is, and you know, to come here thinking, you know, it's going to be all about the plugs, but luckily you brought all your other stuff, and you know, it really is. Like we were talking, there's a, you know, the river's changed so much.
Bye bye, Mr. Fishy. Thank you. Talking about. Get him, get him, get him.
So my buddy Jared, he's 6'9". He has a size 19 shoe, which means he has a size 20 wader boot. He's hooked up to a fish, and he's trying to get out of that boat to go fight this fish because it's a big steelhead.
Yeah, dude, that fish is
That's
heavy,
a big
bro.
fish.
That fish is heavy.
Boom!
I still got it. I still got it. Nobody panic. As Big Dave would say, nobody panic. Nobody panic. Fish is still on. Big guy down, big guy up, fish on.
He hangs his little toe, his pinky toe, which is the size of my kneecap, on the edge of the oar and goes man down, fighting the fish. And I'm watching because I'm about to make fun of him, and he doesn't let the fish have any slack. He gets up like a ballerina and runs down there and fights this fish. Oh!
Yeah, that's a beautiful fish, man. Fun fight. You'll love that, right? All right, here you go back, Mr. Fish. Thank you. That's a long fish, buddy.
Yeah, he's a long stuff. Look at that big sucker. Yeah, baby.
Nice. We keep messing that up. He's like, hey, I want to go this way, you want to go that way.
Hey, from now on, high fives only.
High fives only.
High fives only.
Wild Fish 5 places, we only high five right now. Nice.
You know, we started to dial in this pattern, and then it was just like a flurry. Boom, boom, boom. One fish, another fish, another fish. And these fish are massive. There he is. Yep. Pull it down low. Dude, on the jig. What a tank.
He is just forking it out.
Yes, dude.
Yes.
Yes.
High fives only.
High fives only. Oh my God, number 10 for the day. Dude,
Absolutely killing it.
What a fish.
That's a tanker, dude.
You know, it's so cool. We like we said, but as soon as we put the boat in, putting the pieces of the puzzle together, everything's different. The water's flowing different, and we figured out there's just certain spots we can plug and certain spots that we can run bobbers and jigs.
Yep.
And one thing about the water being lower is that there's actually a lot more safe spots to run a bobber and jig.
Yeah.
It's open. And Jared said, we're gonna catch a big fish right on the other side of my bobber. And sure enough, within 1 minute, I had that fish. Yeah.
It just looks fishy, man.
Once again, pink.
Yeah.
Hook.
Look at, he bent the hook. That's a 2X strong owner maxi jig hook too. But that's why we build them big like that, so they don't just completely whoof. They're built for big fish, bro.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. That same
Celebrate.
thing one more time.
Yeah, there you go. You want you're up. First day in the books, 10 fish to the boat. We're super stoked. Can't wait for tomorrow.
So after steelheading for so many years, after day one and hitting 10 fish first day on the river, right? Like pretty much, just top boat on the river. I'm going into day two like, this is on fire. We're going to get it.
Day one coming in, we had our ideas on plugging. We're going to plug a lot. We know what's going on, and water conditions, water clarity has basically changed all that. We caught up one fish yesterday on plug, and the rest we were on bobbers. Bobber jig, bobber egg, bobber worm. So we got different things, different strategies.
Today is the day that we break 20. Today.
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 Break 20.
We're going double digit twice.
I like that enthusiasm.
I'm excited.
Day 2, get on the water, doing our thing, going to our spots, getting our program dialed, right? And, you know, in my mind, 110%, like, we're gonna kill it. 6 hours later, 50%, we're not killing nothing.
We're getting halfway through our day or so now, and we're just pushing down, and notice that everything's changed since yesterday.
Well, you know, steelhead or steelhead, they like to play with you. That's why it's fun, because it's not easy. So they give you a different challenge every day, right? We were dialed in yesterday. We were coming out here today to absolutely just make free money, and we have not gotten paid yet.
It's definitely a different day than yesterday. Oh yeah, that's a big fish. Woo-hoo-hoo. There's the plug takedown we've been looking for. We saw a big fish here yesterday, marked it on our Onyx, and we talked about it being a good spot for a plug rod. And we just walked these plugs right down in there, right on top of him. And him or one of his buddies were sitting there and just pounded that pink plug. Plug, what size is it?
I don't know, 13 pounds?
Yeah, that's a nice fish. All right, buddy, just gonna let her revive. Yeah, nothing, see ya. Damn,
Yeah, baby.
plug fish. Yeah.
You love that, dude.
Oh, and I love that takedown.
You know what we're gonna do, Dennis? We're gonna pull the boat right up there. We're gonna do that again.
Okay.
Rinse, repeat.
It's like shampooing the buffalo. Yeah, baby. We just plugged that hole, caught a giant fish, saw another group of fish in there, and just kind of let it rest, hung out. Just sat there, let that hole rest. I threw right back up there with the float rig. Boom, went down, threw back up there, bam, connected.
We're sitting there and I'm eating a sandwich. Dennis grabs my rod, fires it up into the hole, catches a second fish. Dennis 2, Jarod 0. My sandwich was so good. I was just sitting there like, nom, 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 nom.
Check the difference between temperature yesterday, water temp, and water temp today. I bet there's a significant difference, enough to shut them off.
You never know, man. Long day today.
So I'm a steelheader, born and bred, top to bottom, head to toe. I know what steelhead fishing is. Steelhead is a hero and zero deal, right? 10 fish the day before, only 2 fish today. Didn't sour my spirit. 2 fish in one day is still a great day on the river. And being humbled is part of being a steelhead fisherman.
Kind of wrapping up our day here. Not at all what we expected. It got cold. We got 2 fish, but we earned them.
Steelhead do 2 things. They get you excited and they humble you. And today, they humbled us.
Today we got our ass humbled.
Yesterday we crushed it, right? Like, you know, we hooked 11, landed 10, and we had that discussion, right? We could have hooked 11, landed 1, and been 0, right? Yesterday, on a cloud. Today, under the mat. That's steelhead fishing, right? But the difference between a good steelhead fisherman and a great steelhead fisherman is we will keep going.
Yeah, and we'll be back at it tomorrow. Low gear, baby.
Yeah, buddy.
That's a big wing cod. That's the biggest one I've ever caught.
Yeah.